guys, welcome to our channel. It's 4:36 in the morning and today I'm going to take you through a day in the life of a housewife. And I am a housewife because I moved from Kenya to America. And so if you're new here, we are Benjaminandakinyi. We're husband and wife, and so I'm just going to take you through what I do in the day when my husband is at work. For the most part of the day, we wake up at 4 in the morning. 4:15, we get ready, we take the dogs out for potty, and then we make sure that we're ready to go to the gym. Our gym at the apartment had some equipment, but it was not to work out the whole entire body, so we needed to make changes. So we changed the gyms that we go to, so we have to drive to the gym every single day in the morning. Benjamin has been getting a lot leaner since we started doing this, and he's been getting a lot stronger, so that's really good. Every time we check his vitals, they're actually doing good, so I'm happy about this gym. Also, they provide towels for us. They have bathrooms there that you can shower in. They just have everything that you can use at the gym. So every time we go to the gym, we usually start with cardio because first of all, we need to burn the fats and the calories before we start to do the weights for the toning. So that's what we've been doing. We do this for almost 30 minutes. Sometimes if we don't want to go too much, we do it for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we start with the weights. So today for me, I was working my legs. We have a schedule, so we do an alternate. If I'm doing legs, Benjamin is doing arms, and then we interchange the machines because that's our workout regimen. By the middle of my workout, this is what ends up happening. I sweat on my butt. Like the sweat just trickles down to my butt, which drives me crazy. I'm trying to find a solution to that. Maybe I just have a big butt. And so I continue working my arms out. And as I was working my arms out, I was like, this thing is bothering me. So I took out the top part and then I tied it at my back because I was feeling like everybody's looking at me because of that. And so I tied it around my waist so that it can cover all that mess. And then we continued working out. Nothing can stop you. This thing was horrible. I look comfortable, but my arms were burning. And then by the time the workout was over, I was just done. I was ready to go home and then to just get the day started. But we usually go in when it is dark, and then we come out when the sun is out, which is very fulfilling, I guess, just to see the sunrise. And that's just Benjamin being in awe of the sunrise. By the time we're done, it's usually 5:56 or 5 or 6 on the dot, depending on what time we got to the gym. So we try to work out for almost an hour. And then as usual, like a great husband, Benjamin always goes to the door and he opens the door for me. I can live like this. He's just great. And every time I try to get my door, he's always like, don't try to get the door. And then he goes around and then he gets his own door. So then we drive home. Here we just got home, and then Benjamin was showing me a certain cat that we've been seeing in the neighborhood, and sometimes if we give it something, it follows you home. So today was just hanging out there. I don't know why, just probably looking at people. But when we get home, I usually make sure that I feed the dogs, and then it's breakfast time. So I make breakfast for Benjamin before he goes. Today I actually just changed into the robe because he needed to leave early, but normally I shower first before I do all these things. I just don't sit with what I worked out with because it could give you a yeast infection, so you have to be careful with that. I changed my eggs into that little cute thing that Benjamin got from Ross. He likes it, so I just use it, and I think it just creates more of a good space and lesser space. And then I take the bread. The bread that I use is freshly made, and then this is Benjamin's lunch. I just usually put it at the table so that he can not forget it. And this is probably one of the best things that we've gotten so far. All of my equipments that I use for the kitchen, I love that they're a touch screen that you just start. Even my air fryer is a touch screen, so I could recommend. Then I usually make the eggs. Benjamin likes the poached. Oh, no, this is not poached. He likes this kind of eggs where they are runny on the inside. So I've been learning how to do that. So far I think I have nailed it. His eggs are nowadays runny when I make them. And then for me, I like scrambled eggs, or sometimes just it kind of looks scrambled but not really scrambled, but that's what I like. And then I take them to the table. I just clear off this part of the table because I am going to be making grapefruit. I love grapefruit. Sometimes I use lemon or lime for my tea, so I just squeeze it in just so that it can give my tea taste. I love it because it's like a close relative to the lime and the lemon. So today I'm just using grapefruit, and it takes like a third of my tea. And then after that I am done. Benjamin likes this English muffins. That's what he likes to eat in the morning. And then I just like just normal bread. I'm Kenyan, we eat bread. That's what we know to eat for breakfast. And I don't know what happened here, but the way the camera was picking it up, it just brightened up everything, which I just didn't like. But I am just cleaning Benjamin's I'm just taking out the lint or just anything, because it's a black shirt and he doesn't like when something is just on his shirt. And then so I cleaned that up, and then it's time for breakfast. So for breakfast we usually sit together and we pray together, and the dogs are usually down there. Sometimes they decide not to eat their food because they're trying to scavenge what's going to be on the table, and then we just have breakfast. Sometimes when we have breakfast, we just talk about what we want, plans for the week or plans for that day. And then after Benjamin puts on his shoes and is now completely ready, we pray together. This is something we do every morning, because prayer for us is an important part of our lives, and God is also a huge part of our lives. So we do it without shame. And then it's time for Benjamin to leave. So at this point, I am now left in the house on my own and with the dog. So I get my last kiss and then I tell him goodbye. So now that's Shiloh just trying to tell me I want to go too. So sometimes I put music, but today Benjamin had some news going on, so I just left that to play in the background as I cleaned the kitchen and the dishes that we use. So this is just me cleaning everything. I would like to have an idea of how you clean this stove to the point where like I don't see those tiny things at the top. They bother me a lot. So after that I go and then I do the laundry, because it's important to do laundry, and then I clean that part because what I was washing was white, so I just don't want it to get any stain. I take out the lint things and then I just put it in there so that it can just dry. I use these ultra soft laundry sheets from Kirkland. We get them from Costco because I shop in bulk, so they came in bulk, so I don't have to keep on buying it over and over again. I suggest, if you are someone who's trying to be very good with your money, try buying things in bulk. That usually helps. After that, I put in the clothing according to the color. So today I was just putting in some grays. So I'm washing lots of grays today. And then I put them all together. The clothes that I had taken out earlier, I fold everything. The trick is, once you take the clothes out of the dryer, try and fold them immediately, because if you don't fold them, they end up becoming like a huge pack of clothes that are just waiting for you to put them away. So I try my best to just fold them immediately I take them out. So this is me showing you how to do the socks. I put them together, like sides together, and then at the very edge, it's kind of like you're undoing the sock and then you're just left with one sock. And I take the socks and then I put them where they need to be. Fun fact, when I met Benjamin, he had like 3 or 4 pair of socks. We've just increased them because the ones that he had, all of them had holes. So I had to take them, throw them out, and get him some new socks. And then I put all the clothes that I folded away. So most of what I am putting goes at the top, and then I start doing the bed, because the bed is a very important part of the morning. If your bed is not made, you're not ready for the day. This is a huge part of my day. And then I make sure I do this a lot. In my mother tongue we say I tengo, just to make sure that there's no creases or anything that was on the bed and then, or like a dust thing that was on the bed, and I left it there, so I just do the bed. So today I did this gray sheets with the yellow, and I feel like they're not going, so I'm just going to stick to doing white sheets with the yellow covers, and then we just spread the bed or make the bed, depending on how you say it. After that, I put the dishes away that I just cleaned because I left them to dry, and now that they're dry, I put them away, and then I start making the living room because it's important, and the dogs sometimes they play around there. In my head, I cannot sit in the house without the living room being done, even just a little bit. So I make sure that I take care of the plants, I water them, because I'm trying to have a greenhouse in the house. I mean, it's outside, but I take care of my plants, and then I vacuum everywhere. Sometimes I vacuum, sometimes I do both vacuum and water cleaning. And then after all that, this is just me going number 2 in the bathroom as I pet the dog, because he loves that. He just loves to feel petted and like a baby. Look at him just laying there. And then because I'm not petting his whole body, he's like, why did you stop? Why? Time for shower. So today it's shaving day, so I have to shave, and then after shaving I use the CeraVe cleansing foam for my face. I have come to the understanding that you have to take care of your face like it's a baby's body. I use these gloves for my face, so I scrub. Just be gentle if you're using these kinds of gloves. And then after my face, I do my feet with this pumice stone. I used to think my feet were dry in Kenya until I got here. I don't know, Arizona is just not humid that I have to scrub my feet and apply glycerin on my feet just so that they're soft. And then for my body, I use this Dove soap, and as you can see on the side, I have different types of soaps. I just love different smells, so I put different soaps in the bathroom. Just depending on the day, I'll just use the smell that I like. After that, I pick out the clothes that I'm going to wear for the day, and then I just take something simple, not very complicated. And then I do my hair just to make sure that if there's someone who's coming home, they find me like I'm well put together. And then it's time to go to the living room. In this point in time, I read the Bible because I like to feed my soul, and then after reading the Bible, I try and do everything else. But this is a huge part of my day. You know, everybody has a way that they feed their soul. This is how I do it. And then after that, it's around 10 a.m. in the morning. This is when I usually take the dogs out, and they have come to the understanding that I will not tend to them unless they sit down. So I try to make sure that they're patient. They will sit until I am done getting ready without jumping up and down. And then we go outside. At this time in Arizona, it's blazing hot. I don't like the heat. It's horrible, but we have to live one way or the other. And then after taking the dogs out, I speak to my family. So depending on who calls first, that's the person I will speak to. I usually call my family, or they call me. This is usually around their bedtime and my morning, so we are all looking like we're about to either go to sleep or we've woken up. This is an important part of my morning because they give me the strength to go on every single day. And if I don't speak to them, it just feels like a day just went by without me being able to talk to my family. So this plays a huge part in my life. And then after that, it's time for me to respond to the emails from different companies that we're working with at this point, because social media is a huge part of my life right now. So I get to work with some of the amazing companies, and I make sure that I respond to every email that I get. So this is just me responding to the emails. And then after that, I start getting ready to film. Today I was just doing a filming for the point of view, like a point of view of what the person will see. So I was sorting through what I was going to be filming today. So I'm just looking through this box to see what's inside the box. Is it going to be part of what I had actually received from the same company? Because I was confused. And then I looked inside and I was like, oh yeah, it's not from the same company. So I put it away. And then for this one, I was doing some shoes from a company. You're going to see it on my other YouTube channel. But this is a huge part of my day. I make sure that I film everything on time so that the companies are happy. If you work great and if you put everything on time, everybody's happy with you. So I try to thrive. After that, it's usually around lunchtime, and then I just enjoy my lunch as I watch something. The dogs are usually just laying there under me because they just like to keep me company. So I'll just be enjoying my lunch. Then after lunch, sometimes I film more depending on how many things I have to film from different companies. And sometimes it's just a quiet lunch where I get to sit down and edit the videos for the week. So I'm constantly busy for the day. I just don't have a time to stop doing anything. By the time I'm done, today Benjamin brought dinner home. Normally I cook, but on the day that I was recording this video, I was going to be having my wisdom teeth removed. Then after this, we had to go to Walgreens to get some medicine that were recommended for me after my teeth extraction. So that's what we had gone to get. The chemist place.
We're getting your medication
for what?
Your surgery tomorrow.
Ugh. That's what is going to be happening tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Akinyi is nervous. Husband is refusing to dance with me. Husband, come and say goodbye to the video.
For Harry. See you on the next video.
Bye. Oh my God. Let me put that. No, go.
I did.
And then after that, we were at the waiting room at the dentist here, and so I was nervous for this particular day, but the day went well. I don't remember most part of the day, but Benjamin tried to film some of it, and so here we go.
And here she comes. Yes, I do. Right? Mine actually exploded.
She's still pretty tired. Okay, but I gotta, okay, take your foot off, and then I'll swing it to the side. There you go.
Watch your head. Go down. Bring on the seat. All right. I laid your seat back for you, okay?
Yeah.
You in?
No sleeping with the nostril.
Yes.
You don't even need to replace it.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, babe. What are you doing? Babe, can you give me a thumbs up? Baby. Well, Akinyi is extremely knocked out.